Imagine this. You're one of the most recognized names in the world, a billionaire philanthropist who has donated billions to causes improving healthcare, education, and global equality. You've been on magazine covers, delivered speeches to world leaders, and your work has shaped modern technology. And yet, one seemingly ordinary afternoon, you find yourself in the middle of a public showdown, not over a big idea or a controversial issue, but over something as small and seemingly trivial as a hat. This is the unexpected story of how Bill Gates turned a minor misunderstanding into a powerful lesson in kindness, unity, and change. It was a bright and sunny day in Rio de Janeiro. The ice city was alive with its characteristic energy. Samba music drifted from the streets, laughter echoed in the air, and the aroma of freshly brewed coffee mingled with the salty ocean breeze. Bill Gates had arrived in Brazil for a series of meetings related to one of his many charitable initiatives, but after a packed morning of emails, phone calls, and presentations, he decided to take a well-earned break. That's when he stumbled upon Vila Carioca, a sleek upscale restaurant nestled in one of Rio's most charming neighbourhoods. Known for its exclusive clientele and world-class cuisine, Vila Carioca wasn't just a dining spot, it was a status symbol. Celebrities, politicians, and business tycoons frequented the restaurant, where the air of luxury was matched only by the strictness of its unspoken rules. Bill walked in casually, wearing a crisp blue shirt, khaki pants, and his favourite green baseball cap. The cap, a simple accessory with no logos or slogans, was his go-to for outdoor walks and casual outings. Unassuming and comfortable, it was a far cry from the typical ostentatious attire Vila Carioca patrons were known for. As Bill entered, the hostess smiled and greeted him warmly, instantly recognising who he was. She led him to a table near the window, a prime spot offering a view of Rio's bustling streets. Bill settled in, ordered a sparkling water, and opened the menu. It was a moment of peace amid the chaos of his busy schedule, but as he sat, something unusual began to happen. A few tables over, two patrons whispered to each other, occasionally glancing in Bill's direction. The waitstaff exchanged subtle looks near the bar. Even the manager, a sharply dressed man in his early 50s, seemed to be eyeing Bill nervously. Unbeknownst to Bill, the restaurant had a strict, though unwritten, policy regarding attire. No hats of any kind were allowed. Management believed hats could carry political, cultural, or personal connotations that might offend other patrons. Over the years, this rule had been applied to everyone, from local influencers to visiting diplomats. After a brief conversation with one of the waiters, the manager made his way to Bill's table, his expression composed but firm. "Good afternoon, Mr. Gates," he began, his voice low but carrying an air of authority. "It's an honour to have you here at Vila Carioca. However, I need to inform you of a policy we have in place. We do not permit hats to be worn inside the restaurant. I must kindly ask you to remove yours." Bill looked up, momentarily taken aback. He placed his reading glasses on the table and smiled politely. "I wasn't aware of that policy," he said. "Is it written somewhere?" The manager hesitated for a moment before gesturing toward the entrance. "It's part of our code of conduct, which is displayed at the front. We aim to maintain a neutral environment for all our guests." Bill, ever the epitome of calm, nodded. "I understand. I didn't mean to cause any disruption." The manager's tone became more insistent. "I'm afraid I must ask you to either remove the cap or leave the restaurant." A hush fell over the room. Conversations paused, and all eyes turned to Bill. Some diners appeared uncomfortable, while others seemed fascinated by the unfolding drama. With a small, understanding smile, Bill stood up. "If those are the rules, I'll respect them," he said simply. He picked up his belongings and left, the green cap still perched on his head. Outside, the sun shone brightly, and the streets of Rio carried on as if nothing had happened. Bill paused for a moment, adjusting his cap in the light breeze. He wasn't angry, but there was a twinge of disappointment. Over the years, he'd seen how rules, while often well-intentioned, could sometimes create unnecessary barriers between people. As he strolled through a nearby park, Bill couldn't help but reflect on the incident. He messaged his wife and a few close friends, recounting the situation. The responses were instant and varied. "Are you serious? Over a hat?" one friend texted. Another joked, "Leave it to you to spark controversy in the calmest way possible." But what happened next surprised even Bill. By evening, the incident was all over social media. Photos and videos taken by diners had gone viral, sparking heated debates online. "They kicked out Bill Gates for a hat," one post read. Others took to defending the restaurant, arguing that policies exist for a reason. The hashtag #InUntHatGate began trending, and news outlets picked up the story. Bill, however, had no interest in fueling the controversy. Instead, he saw an opportunity, a chance to turn a divisive moment into something positive. That very night, he began making calls and sketching out a plan for a public event focused on unity, respect and kindness. The next morning, the area in front of Villa Carioca was transformed. Volunteers set up tables, food trucks lined the streets, and a small stage was erected. Families, professionals and community leaders gathered, drawn by the buzz surrounding the event. At the centre of it all was Bill, wearing the same green cap and greeting attendees with his signature humility. Above the stage, a banner read, "Kindness overrules a community celebration." When Bill took the stage, the crowd fell silent. "Yesterday, I was asked to leave this restaurant because of my hat," he began, his voice steady. "Rules are important, but so are understanding and compassion. Today isn't about pointing fingers. It's about showing that even small moments can bring us together if we choose kindness over conflict." The crowd erupted in applause. Bill went on to announce that all proceeds from the event would support local initiatives promoting dialogue and community building. Meanwhile, inside Villa Carioca, the restaurant manager watched the event unfold from a window. Overwhelmed by a mix of regret and humility, he decided to step outside and approach Bill. "I need to apologise," the manager said quietly. "I thought I was doing the right thing, but I see now that I acted out of fear, not fairness." Bill smiled warmly. "It takes courage to admit when we're wrong. Thank you for coming forward." Together, they agreed to collaborate on future projects aimed at fostering inclusivity and understanding. The event was a resounding success, leaving attendees inspired and united. What began as a minor disagreement had blossomed into a powerful reminder of the impact of compassion and dialogue. And as for the green cap, it became a symbol, not of defiance, but of the extraordinary power of choosing kindness in the face of division. If this story inspired you, don't forget to like, share and leave a comment below. Let's spread the message of unity and understanding together.